take here basic. What we have to take? We are not supposed to take element. We have to take what? Atom of an any one element. Understanding? Atom of a single atom we have to take, or one atom of element we have to take it. Understanding? So in that atom, whatever the number of protons are present, understanding? The total number of protons, which is only we used to called as, what we used to call? Atomic number of an element. What we used to call, guys? Atomic number of an element. So means in the sense of what? What is the definition we can say? The number of protons present in one atom of an element. One atom of an element is known as what? Atomic number of an element. Now, remember, as I told you, if you take atom means what, guys? Electrically stable. Yes or no? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Electrically stable. It is electrically neutral. So, when it will become electrically neutral, Pradosh, Monish? When
Number of electrons equal to
number of electrons, understanding, which is equals to number of protons. So then only it is becoming electrically stable. Yes, guys? So now here is a very important one. If you'll notice it. So also atomic number means people basically they won't say about electrons because electrons only involving in every chemical reaction. You understanding? So electrons only involving in all the chemical reactions. So this loss or gain of electrons, then we can say atom will turns into ions. Yes or no? Atom will turns into ion. That is why basically we won't discuss about electrons, but if we'll take atomic number means atomic number of any element, if we'll take, understanding, which is equals to number of protons. Understand what is number of protons in one atom of an element? Number of protons in one atom of an element, or we can also say, what we can say, guys? Number of electrons in one atom of an element. Both are correct. Do you understand what I'm saying, guys? If it is atom, but in ion, number of protons and electrons may not constant. Yes or no? Please respond, everybody. So that is what. So atomic number of any element, either you can say number of protons in any element, any atom of an element, or number of electrons in any atom of an element. Because every atom, number of protons is equals to what, guys? Number of protons is equals to number of electrons. But we basically won't study this because we will be confusing with the atom and ion most of the time. Yes or no? So atom is stable, but ion is unstable because ion number of electrons and protons may varies, but in atom always they are equal. So that is what we used to called as atomic number. Please write the definition. Atomic number. What is atomic number? The number of protons. Or can I say electrons also, guys? Please respond. Yes. A number of protons or electrons. Let us learn both the definitions. No issues. But basically, we should consider what? Protons only. Okay. Because electrons will confuse. That is why. Because protons only remains constant in atoms and ions. But electrons are not constant in atoms and ions. That is you have to remember. Okay. So the number of protons in one atom of an element. In one atom of an element is known as atomic number of that element is known as atomic number of that element is known as atomic number of that element. Do you understand, guys? Atomic number of that element. Yes, please respond. That is atomic number of that element. Okay, that is. So next, down you can write the formula. What is this formula? You can write This is atomic number of an element is equals to number of protons in one atom of an element, or we can say equals to number of electrons in one atom of an element. Anything you can write. Together you can write in the form of formula. Completed?
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
let us see this number of the atomic number of an element is always will be denoted by the letter which we are denoted. Understanding? So, denoted by always capital Z. Understanding? So, this is the what is that symbol of atomic number? Understand everybody, guys? So now, for example, let me take now if we'll take sodium. So, what is the symbol of sodium, Ra? Sodium symbol.
Yes, sir.
Is the sodium symbol. Correct, guys? So now if we take sodium, so sodium is having how many electrons? So the number of electrons,
1 electron.
number of electrons is equals to 11. Number of protons is equals to 11. Neutrons is equals to. Okay, so this is what it is, a sodium atom. If we take element, one atom of a sodium element, then it is having 11 electrons, 11 protons, and 12 neutrons. So that I can say, what is the atomic number of sodium? Atomic number of sodium is equals to, let me take Z and A. Understanding? Sodium. So if we take sodium, it is how much? 11 protons. Understanding? So 11, the atomic number is called as 11. Understanding? So that is the atomic number of sodium, because either we can take number of protons or number of electrons, anything we can say. So the number of protons is equals to 11, so that we can say a sodium is 11. Understanding? So Z is equals to 11. For example, if we take carbon, so if we take carbon, how many? So carbon number of electrons are how many? 6. Correct? Number of protons are 6, and number of neutrons are how many? Number of neutrons also 6 only. So atomic number of carbon if we take, which is equals to how much, guys? It is 6. Same way if we take hydrogen. So hydrogen having how many? Hydrogen basically only one proton. Understanding? One proton and one electron. So that atomic number of hydrogen, which is equals to what, guys? It is equals to 1. That is what you have to remember. So either I can take electrons or I can take protons when only in the case of atoms. Understand, guys? Please respond. So in ions we should not. So but sir, why we are considering only protons means that is also having reason. Now I will say, because we people used to confuse with this most of the times. That is why. So atom if we'll take, always protons and electrons. Protons and electrons remains constant. What is that? Remains constant. Do you understand? Now number of protons, which is equals to number of electrons in atom. Understand that? But what is that? Atom will turns into ion. When it will turns into ion, guys, atom either by
gains or
Loss or
gain of electron will turns into ion. So in these ions, number of protons is not equals to number of electrons. Understanding? But somebody is constant. Who is constant? Protons remain. Understanding? Remains constant, but number of electrons, what is happening? Electrons varies. It may varies means in the sense of what? It may decreases or maybe increases. Understanding that? So it may decreases or it may be increases. So that is the reason we won't study atomic number means electrons, because you might be people confused with the atoms and ions. Yes or no? Yes. So that is the reason atomic means always will represent with what? Always will represent only, will take number of protons only. Yes. What is the symbol of atomic number? Atomic number is equals to, say that? Atomic number, it is Z. We can represent Z, and it is equals to what? Equals to a number of protons any atom, or else we can say number of electrons present in any one atom also. That is also. So this is what you have to remember. So now, if If I will give the atomic number, then you can get two things. What is that, guys? You can get the properties of two properties of an atom. What is that? Anybody can say?
Valency.
Number of proton equal to number of electrons.
That is the thing. So during the chemical change, somebody remains constant. Who is that? Just now I said. Who is remains constant? Protons. Understand?
Protons.
During exchange of loss of electrons or gain of electrons, who will involve in chemical reaction? Who will involve in chemical reaction? Electrons only. Understanding? So electrons only involve, understanding, in any chemical reaction. So during chemical reaction, who remains constant? Number of protons only remains constant and electrons will varies. Understand, Shruti? Laksha? That is. So now if you'll notice it, so if I will give Z, if I have given atomic number, if Z is given, we people can get two properties of atom. What is that first property? We can get number of protons. Understanding? And second property, what is, guys? Number of protons we can come to know. What we can come to know? Number of electrons we can come to know. That is. So atomic number of an element tell us two things. What is the two things, guys? You should speak. What is that? It will tell us the number of protons in one atom of the element, and same way it will tell us the number of electrons in one atom of the element. Is it yes or no? Because every atom, the number of protons is equals to what? Number of electrons. That is what you have to remember. So please all of you write. The atomic number of an element, tells us two things. The atomic number of an atom tells us two things. First point, it will tell us the number of protons. It will tell us the number of protons in one atom of the element. In one atom of the element. Second one, it will tell us the number of electrons. It will tell us the number of electrons in one atom of the element. In one atom of the element. Example. Atomic number of oxygen is 8. Atomic number of oxygen, or else oxygen atomic number is 8. So means in the sense of what, guys? We can come to know from these two things. One is what? Please respond. Number of protons. Understanding? Yes. So number of protons is equals to 8, and the number of electrons also is equals to 8. Okay. So based upon this, we can draw the structure of the atom. So what is the structure? So you can draw 8 electrons. So how we can draw? 2 electrons in first cell. Is it yes or no? So, yes. 8 minus 2. First cell is over. So 8 minus 2, how many second cell? Second cell maximum we can fill how many 8 electrons, but we have only 6. Maximum we can fill 8, but we have only 6. So 6 electrons we can represent. Is it okay, guys?
Yes, sir.
That is. So
Yes,
now
sir.
that is only how to remember it. So now, but actually if it wants to become stable, outermost cell, how many electrons it must have? It must have 8 electrons. So that is why we can say it needs 2 more electrons, needs 2 electrons, 2 plus electrons. So that is why we can say the valency of oxygen, how much, Ra? 2 minus. Do you remember? 2 minus, because it needs 2 electrons to become stable in nature. So that is what valency of oxygen is, 2 minus. Understand? Sai, Mukesh, Darun, that is.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from that, if you know the atomic number, then we can draw the structure of the atom also, but we cannot conclude the number of neutrons. So number of neutrons, next we will study that. Okay. So in atomic number, we will never talk about the neutrons. Only we'll talk about what, guys? Only we'll talk about protons and as well as electrons we used to talk. Understand? So now this is what we used to call it as atomic number. So if you'll understand this, The next, the continuation of this atomic number, which we used to call as mass number. What we used to call, guys? Mass number. So these, what is this mass number, and as well as how to represent this, all the things we'll study in the tomorrow's class. So with this, I will leave. Tomorrow we'll continue from here. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.